Yo, this is Denard here. I'm coming home from my son's house. Spent a couple hours over there. You know what I mean? Bless. But I'm here because I want to talk about the movie Sinners. Now, respectfully, I'm going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The Latinos want to know why they wasn't picked to be in the movie Sinners. Bless you. We're going to keep it clean, son. Shout out to all the Latinos. You know what I mean? Shout out to Puerto Rican Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Brooklyn. But I want to talk about the Latinos. First of all, we wasn't rocking with the Latinos in 1932 in the 1930s. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no Latinos. So the Latinos feel like, and I'm going to ask my son this. I had to tell him to keep it clean. But the reason why the Latinos wasn't in the movie because there wasn't no Latinos with the blacks in 1932. More like the 70s in New York City, like the Latinos started blending with us positively, you know what I'm saying? And by the 80s, we was in the Beat Street era, so we started building strength together. By the 90s, niggas was on Rikers Island, the Puerto Ricans was on the Latinos on Rikers Island trying to cut the blacks up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I know from back then about the Latinos. It wasn't no Latino history in 1932. Like, you know, the film Roots, when Kunta Kinte, when they hung him up, they beat him with the whip. They said, "What's your name, boy?" He said, Kunta Kinte. So they said, "What's your name?" They hit him again. "What's your name, boy?" He said, "Toby." That's what they wanted him to be, Toby. They said, "What?" He said, "Toby." Yeah. It was no Latinos on that slave ship or on Roots when he got hit with the whip. "What's your name, boy?" Or "Como se llama?" And then they say, hey, man, my name Jose. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? So the Latinos, y'all, I'm not going to say y'all being selfish for saying that. But then again, like Dr. Umar Johnson said, I'm unapologetically a black man. So I don't mean no malice, but y'all wasn't in that. So you can't rewrite history and put yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done learned a lot from us blacks already. You know what I'm saying? Pick up the book, go watch the movie Sinners, you know what I'm saying? And just learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Just like we wasn't in Puerto Rico, like when y'all talk Spanish and if we don't know what y'all talking about, we just lost. So y'all around us, guala. And we sitting there like, this nigga saying, they talking about us. That's just the way it is. It's like, we got to deal with it. Y'all got to deal with that too. So stop being selfish and trying to implement yourself in that. What you think of, like, politically correct, what you think about the Latinos wanting to be included in that alleged history, even though it's a fictional movie, but you know what I'm saying? What you think about it?
Why did they include Malcolm X in the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
My son said why they didn't include Malcolm X in the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And that's how he feel, and I respect that. But we never speak about that, but it's a good point. But that's something that blacks know we not involved in that. Like, that's the Puerto Rican business. We respect y'all in your own parade, but you're right. You know what I'm saying? If there's anything else you gotta say, feel free to say it. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it was selfish of them to even come up with that? Or you think they was trying to be like wise, they was trying to be smart? Like they was trying to like strike a nerve, like just yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel the Latinos was wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? We could have had a Latino actor play a black person. You know what I'm saying? After all this acting, so they could have played it. But in reality,
and why do some Latinos be trying to why do they be trying to try to exploit black unity?
Yeah, well, that's the tribal warfare of what everybody
capitalize off of black, like, you know,
The only way they could, right.
So they try to capitalize like off the moment.
Right. It's like y'all threw yourselves an alley-oop and try to implement y'all incorrectly implemented yourself into something that ain't make no sense.
It's like you like the black film, but you don't really like black people.
You already said, right? Now usually he's making good sense. You like the black film, but like my son feel like the Latinos gotta appreciate the black people more. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, check that movie Sinners out, man. My son seen it. What you think? It was a good movie?
I didn't see it yet, but from what I heard, previews and the clips, it was a heartfelt movie that we talked about for years.
Wait a minute, now I got to question my son on this one. I thought you seen it. Nobody else gonna see this video. He's seen it, but he don't want somebody else to possibly see it. He want to see it again. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't snitching. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. But you heard it was a great movie, though, right?
Phenomenal movie, great message, and I heard it brought some people to tears.
There you have it. You know what I'm saying? And just for the record, even on B Street, blacks and Puerto Ricans embraced each other. But we underestimated them at times. We pissed them off early on in the earlier decades, like on Rikers Island. And my cousin Big K gonna come on here and talk about that. But the Puerto Ricans started forming for themselves. They formed with the strength of Latinos, rather. They started forming their own thing, and they built a strong following. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that.
Violence that black caused on Latinos, because you won't find too many.
No, it's not too many.
But
we all grew up.
You name the acts of violence that might have came from other non-white subgroups.
Yeah, he right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we not here to beef with y'all. We not here. But just me saying. And I stand by what I say. The Latinos was wrong for that.
Because all Latinos is not the same. But why does some Latinos want to claim the black film and black culture, meaning they'll have braids, a Tupac shirt on, and Jordans? But these people who wants to be a part of the black film and the black culture don't want to be considered a very much black person.
Now y'all heard what he said, right?
You don't want to be called black, but you want to be a part of everything that's meant to be popular while like being black.
About the blacks, right? Kind of like y'all. If I was a better man, it's almost like y'all trying to steal our thunder, man. When y'all don't have to, because y'all got your own lightning. So y'all gotta chill.
I'm gonna say it. It's meant to be said. If I was saying about if you ain't saying nothing to them, I'm saying nothing to me. Dominicans claim to not be black. They only want to be black when it benefits them.
Right. Well, y'all could be black over here, so y'all go over there, y'all be another color over there.
Do something concerning Black Lives Matter. Do something, and I understand.
I'm sure some Latinos that stepped in on that.
It should be more. I understand.
We said it should be more.
Hispanic. Just because you speak Spanish, it doesn't make you Latin.
Alright, that's another subject right there. Because I get what you're saying, and I know the science on that. You know what I mean?
It's like I say, the reason why, because
we ain't gonna go too deep because this is YouTube.
It's a language. But why, for the simple fact of the matter, the only time they really want to be black is when it's time to say the word nigga.
Or when they're around Michael Jordan.
Nah,
shit like that.
They'll never be around Jordan.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like every subgroup ticket to being black is saying the word nigga. What's your infatuation with that word?
Alright, I understand what you're saying. But we're not going to go too deep. We're going to stick with the sentence. Alright, but no, you right. I'm going to save that for another subject. I'm going to let you cut loose on that.
What's your fascination with that? Because that word, it leads to a topic, that leads to a subject, that leads to a broader discussion. What's your fascination? And what's your fascination with your culture if you meant to abuse that word? Because that word stands for the whole culture.
Alright, you hitting it. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to get some responses from it too. I'm quite sure you are. This is the Nard Father. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that share. Watch the video and tell me what you think about it. Because that was a good topic. But the Latinos, much respect, much love to y'all. And it's always going to remain that way. But sin is just a different animal. It was before our times together. And that's that. And I'm out. Peace.